name is Jennifer Handaka from grade 10 at Setia Bhakti High School. So in this video, I'm going to tell you a folk story called Bawang Merah Bawang Putih. Alright, let's get into the story! A long time ago, in a nice quiet village, there lived a wealthy merchant. He lived together with his daughter who was named Bawang Putih. This merchant wife had long since passed away. The merchant was very fond of his daughter because she was obedient and kind-hearted. One day, as he came home from traveling, he brought a woman and her daughter along with him. He wanted to marry this woman, so Bawang Putih now had a stepmother and a stepsister who is named Bawang Merah. When her father went to trade, her stepmother and Bawang Merah would treat Bawang Putih like a servant. Bawang Putih did all the work that was ordered by her stepmother. She cleaned the house, cooked, washed clothes, and looked for firewood. If Bawang Putih work went wrong, her stepmother would punish her by not feeding her. Because Bawang Putih worked so hard and was punished so harshly, her body became thinner. One day, Bawang Putih's father returned home and fell ill. He was very ill, and Bawang Putih was very sad. Because of it, she never left her father alone. However, God decided differently. Bawang Putih's father died. While Bawang Putih wept and cried, her stepmother and Bawang Merah were excited because the property and house of Bawang Putih's father now belonged to them. Bawang Putih's life was miserable after her father died. She no longer had her father to love and comfort her. Her stepmother and Bawang Merah tortured her. Bawang Putih tried to be patient, but sometimes she would cry at night. One day, Bawang Putih went to the river to wash clothes. She was sleepy and hungry. Her body was weak. While washing, Bawang Putih didn't realize that her stepmother's favorite shawl had washed away. When she put all the clothes into the basket, she was surprised to find her stepmother's scarf was not there. And then Bawang Putih decided to go back down the river to look for her stepmother's scarf. Bawang Putih immediately headed up the mountain. There, she found a wooden house. Bawang Putih knocked on the door of the house. She asked an old grandmother who lived there. The old grandmother came out of the house and greeted Bawang Putih. The old grandmother will give a red scarf with one condition. Bawang Putih must help her first. Bawang Putih agreed. All day, she helped the grandmother cook, look for firewood, clean the house, and wash clothes. For Bawang Putih, all this work was easy because she was used to doing it. Finally, it was time for Bawang Putih to leave for home. The grandma gave her the shawl, and the grandma also offered her a gift. On the table, there were both small and large pumpkins. Bawang Putih chose small pumpkins because she also had to carry a basket full of clothes home. So she didn't think she could carry the big one. The grandma reminded her not to open it until she got home. Arriving at home, Bawang Putih was called by her stepmother and Bawang Merah. They beat her. Then they saw the pumpkin broke by Bawang Putih, then told her to open it. Bawang Putih took the knife and split the pumpkin. What a surprise! The pumpkin was full of sparkling and expensive jewelry. Bawang Merah asked her how she got it, and Bawang Putih told them everything. Bawang Merah got mad that Bawang Putih had chosen the small pumpkin, thinking the big one must be even better. So the next day, she and her mother planned to do the same. The next day, the stepmother and Bawang Merah went to the river. They deliberately washed away the red scarf. Then secretly, they followed the veil as it was washed away. Sure enough, the red scarf was picked up by the old grandmother. The stepmother and Bawang Merah followed the old grandmother who went up the mountain. As they walked, Bawang Merah complained about how far it was. Arriving at the old grandmother's house, the stepmother and Bawang Merah knock on the door. The old grandmother welcomed them warmly. Then, the stepmother and Bawang Merah pretend to be sad and ask about the red scarf. Just like Bawang Putih, grandmother will give them the shawl if they help her. They agree because the only way to get the pumpkin was to work to help the old grandma. But when they worked, they couldn't stop complaining. Finally, Bawang Merah and the stepmother finished their work at the old grandmother's house and said goodbye. The old grandmother gave the shawl to Bawang Merah and her mother. On the table there are 2 pumpkins, one large and one small. And of course, Bawang Merah and the mother will choose the large pumpkin. The grandma warned them not to open it until they got home. Bawang Merah and her mother did not obey the advice of the grandmother. On the way, the stepmother split the big pumpkin. They were impatient to get their hands on the jewelry inside. However, they were in for quite a surprise, because inside the pumpkin were venomous animals such as snakes, spiders, scorpions, and centipedes. They were both bitten by snakes. Because they are still in the middle of the forest, no one came to help them. The stepmother and Bawang Merah died from the snake bite. That's all for the story of Bawang Merah and Bawang Putih that I can share in this video. Please take the moral value from it. And don't do bad things like Bawang Putih, stepsister and stepmother. Thank you for watching. See you next time!